There you go.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Charlotte Higdon and I am a brand ambassador for Arbonne. I was first introduced to Arbonne by following somebody else's story on Facebook. I followed her 30 days and then she became a brand ambassador herself and she reached out to me and asked if I wanted to join. At that time, I had a ton of excuses as to why I couldn't and decided it wasn't for me. Fast forward 8 months, I started to feel down about myself. And then I got up the courage to message another friend of mine who is also an ambassador and ask her 1,000 questions, all of which she asked fantastically. And got my 30-day kit that night. A week into my program, I was sending out posts and messages on our 30-day group, just trying to lift everybody else up. And I got a screenshot that night, one night, from my coach, and she was like, "Can you please just join my team? You're already doing what you're supposed to be doing. You need to join my team." So I thought about it for a while, and then she invited me to an event. And the event is really what sparked everything. The feeling, the mood, everything about that night just made me want it to be a part of my life. I waited until the day before my 30-day was up. I was getting ready to reorder supplies, and I saw at the top of the screen to upgrade to a consultant, and I just clicked the button. I didn't think twice about it, and I'm not a compulsive person, but I just jumped at the opportunity. I immediately messaged my coach and was like, "I'm a consultant now. What do I do?" And that's I've been doing what I'm supposed to do ever since. And I'm so happy to be on this journey and to have a job I can be proud of and that I get to help others feel better about themselves. So at this time, I'm going to give it over to my regional vice president, Nikki. So Nikki, I'll let you join in.
Great. Thanks so much, Charlotte. I barely even know Charlotte, so I just love hearing other people's stories of how they got started. And she's like a dream, like to have someone who's already coaching people through the program when they're not even a consultant, and then just to hop on board, like that's amazing. That's just sometimes Arbonne kind of inspires you to do things that you wouldn't normally do. So I just love that story. So thanks so much for sharing. Like Charlotte said, my name's Nikki Aby, and I am a regional vice president with Arbonne. And if you aren't familiar with what Arbonne is, we are one of the fastest growing health and wellness social marketing companies out there. And the social marketing aspect of Arbonne is a little bit newer. I actually got introduced to Arbonne about 6 years ago. It's actually 7. I always say 6, but I was introduced through their skincare. I am an esthetician, and someone brought in a skincare sample to me, and I decided to try it. And after 3 days, I was just blown away. My skin looked amazing from this little tiny sample pack, and I've never even heard of this stuff before. So I was just shocked, and I started looking into the company, and I looked over their ingredient policy and things like that. And that's when I truly fell in love with Arbonne. I'm someone who does a lot of research about what goes on my skin, what goes into my body, things like that. And Arbonne standards are just so far above so many other companies out there that I was really impressed. And I decided to jump in as a consultant back then. And I built my business for a little bit, but it was a little bit tougher then. It was more based on the skincare, and we had to go and do presentations at people's homes and things like that. And it was a little bit time consuming. So I took a break, and I still sold a couple products here and there. I bought lots of products. I was still a consultant. But then fast forward to a little over a year ago, and I had noticed a lot of the people that I still followed with Arbonne were having great success doing the 30-day program. And I had just had my 3rd child, and I had baby weight to lose, and I just wasn't feeling myself. And I was just feeling really yucky and knew I needed a little bit of a restart. So I did the 30 days, and my results were amazing. I felt so much better in, again, just a brief period of time. My energy was increased. I was sleeping better. I looked way better. My skin was glowing. And I lost a good amount of baby weight. So after my upline, Ashley Jackson now, asked me a couple of times to jump back into the business. I turned her down, but then I finally decided, let's just go for it. The business had changed. And then here we are a little over a year later, and we have promoted to the 3rd level of the company, which is just insane. And I can't believe how many people we've helped get healthier and how many people we have helped start their own businesses with Arbonne. So I just thank goodness every day that I decided to jump back in. But enough about me. We'll just kind of move right into what a business with Arbonne is actually all about. So I mentioned that Arbonne is a social marketing business. And what does that mean? That's the biggest question I get. So the best example I have for you is if you just say a restaurant opens down the street and your sister goes to the restaurant and her husband order a Brussels sprout appetizer, and it comes out and it looks delicious, and she takes a picture of it and uploads it to her social media. And everyone sees it, and you like it and you see it. And, just next week you go into the same restaurant and you automatically order the same appetizer. And you do that because you weren't even thinking about it. You were just influenced by her, by what she did, how much she liked it, and the picture that she took. And that is just as simple as that. That is what social marketing is. You are just influenced by what someone else is doing in their daily life and sharing with other people. So if you really think about it, most of us are already doing this. We ask for recommendations on our social media. We talk to people about new restaurants, movies, drinks we're trying, all kinds of things. And we're all just sharing already. So if you really think hard, it's not as complicated as it may seem. It's really a pretty simple business. So as I take the next few minutes and just share this opportunity with you, just kind of think about it with an open mind, and think about, while it might not be traditional, it might not be something that you necessarily go to school dreaming of becoming, it might actually make a lot more sense than you really thought. So as brand ambassadors, Arbonne actually pays us to do what we just talked about. Most of us, like I said, are already doing, but we're not getting paid for it. So Arbonne pays us to partner with them and do the 30-day program, or whatever other Arbonne products we'd like to experience. But most of the time it's a 30-day program right now. And we just document and share our results. And notice that I keep saying share, because that's exactly what we're doing. When you genuinely are feeling different because of something, and you are looking different and acting differently and things like that, you're sharing already. And then you want to just kind of do the same with other people. So you're just basically teaching them how to do the same thing. And Arbonne is really exploding right now, especially, our team. And this is just a great time to jump on board. And I'll just quickly go over a few points as to why Arbonne's kind of exploding right now. So we are, hang on one second, sorry about that. Okay. So everything that Arbonne offers is actually consumable. So that is one of the reasons that Arbonne as a business is a lot different than some of the other businesses out there. So I mentioned the skincare that I got introduced to Arbonne with, and the 30-day program, but Arbonne actually has over 400 products, and all of them run out. So our team primarily focuses on the 30 days. That teaches people to replace their bad habits with good ones using Arbonne products to help them. And when they do that, they use our products, they run out, and then they automatically reorder, and Arbonne pays us every single time they reorder. So I have people that have ordered from me the first month I jumped back in the business, and I maybe haven't even spoken to them in a while, and they're still ordering and I'm still getting paid. So their transformations kind of speak for themselves, and that's why they continue to stick with Arbonne. And most people just wish they would have started sooner, and they are still naturally sharing that. And then they bring, us referrals and things like that. So it just kind of naturally grows with the Arbonne 30 program, which is amazing. So the second reason Arbonne's a little bit different is we are part of the health and wellness industry, and it doesn't really matter who you are. It doesn't really matter how old you are. Everyone wants to look and feel their best. And Arbonne offers exactly that. And what I love about it is that it does it without jeopardizing our health. So there's plenty of quick fixes out there for weight loss. There's plenty of Band-Aids you can put on a health issue, but they're sometimes jeopardizing other, parts of our health. If you listen to some of these medications, they ramble off of the side effects and all these kinds of things. And Arbonne is something that will work. It will make you feel better. It will make you look better, and it will not jeopardize your health. And that is one of the things I truly love about Arbonne as a company. So then the next reason is we are an online virtual business, and this is amazing. We are the business of the future. If you think about all of the retail stores that are closing down, if you think about how people do their grocery shopping, how people do most of their shopping with Amazon and Instacart and all of these things, Arbonne offers you that type of business where you can work and do everything that you need to do from your phone and from your laptop. There is no overhead. So it's priceless to be able to start a business where you don't have to go into work. You don't have to work certain hours. I have 3 children. I don't have to call out of Arbonne if one of them is sick, or if, I need to be home with them for the summer. I don't have to rearrange my schedule and all of those things. So that is just one of the most priceless things. I can work when I want. I'm on vacation right now, which is not, the best time to work, but it's 15 minutes of work, and I'm putting that in to grow my business while my kids are eating their ice cream. So I just think that that's amazing. You can work whenever you want. And then the last thing that I'll touch on really quickly is Arbonne's compensation plan, because everyone kind of wants to know, if I start a business like this, how much money can I actually make? So another thing I love about Arbonne is everyone starts at the same level, and not all jobs are like that. Some jobs you have entry-level positions, you have all different levels that you can come in. Arbonne, everyone comes in at the same level, which is why we sometimes will say anyone can do this business as long as you work it. But you can promote to any one of the 4 levels of management with Arbonne. The first level of management is district manager. And as a district manager, you can make between about $500 and about $1,500 or more a month. And normally people will get to this point in about 1 to maybe 2 or 3 months. And that's kind of all I wanted when I started. I wanted $500 to pay my car payment. And I could have been happy with that. And some people are, and that's wonderful. But $500, $1,500 can really do a lot for you if you think about what you can do with that money, pay bills, pay off debt, things like that. The second level of management, if you wanted to keep going, is area manager. The income there jumps up quite a bit. It's about $1,500 to $4,500 and above per month. And this is when your business also becomes willable. And this is when a lot of people will start leaving their, normal jobs and replacing it with just solely doing Arbonne. The next level, which is, again, where my team and I just promoted to, which is crazy, is regional vice president. And additionally, when you get to that level, you are gifted with the company car, which is a Mercedes-Benz. You get to go pick out your own white Mercedes, and Arbonne tacks on an additional $800 car allowance. So that car payment that I joined Arbonne, restarted Arbonne to pay for, I don't even have a car payment anymore because Arbonne pays it. But in addition, our income at this level is $5,000 to $15,000 a month. And that sounds a little bit crazy, but let me just tell you that it is attainable. And at this level, Arbonne really gives you the opportunity to do other things with your life that you didn't think you'd be able to do. This is my 3rd job, and my other 2 jobs are a little bit more of hobbies that I get paid for. I am an esthetician, and I work part-time as that. And then I'm also a high school cheerleading coach. And without saying yes to Arbonne, I would probably not be able to do either of those right now. I definitely wouldn't be able to coach. It's time consuming and it doesn't pay a lot of money, but that's something that I love. So with the opportunity that Arbonne has given me and with that income, I can do that. And then also, I wouldn't probably still be able to work part-time at my esthetician job. I probably would have had to find a full-time position somewhere else. So I'm just super thankful that this gives me the ability to do whatever I want to do with it. And, if you're making that much money a month, you can do whatever you have in your, dreams to accomplish. So then there's also one more level. So national vice president is the top of the company. And the average income there is $22,000 and above per month. And I understand that that seems pretty unattainable and crazy and just shocking. But I will tell you that we have 3 people on just our little team who are national vice presidents, and 2 of them are sisters. And I think that that is amazing because these are sisters who have obviously grown up their whole lives together. They know all the same people, and they're both at the top of a social marketing company. So if 2 people who know all the same people can get to the top of a social marketing company, then why can't I, or why can't you? I think that that's just crazy amazing. And it's a little hard to comprehend, but you can do it. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, the next question we get is, what are the details? How do I start this? How much is it going to cost me? And I will tell you that this is a business, so yes, there is an investment. However, it is only $279. And I understand that that is still a good chunk of money. But I will tell you, I started my own esthetician business, and it was, I think, around like $6,000 or $7,000 to just start that business. So it's an investment. However, with that $279, I'll break that down. You become a brand ambassador with Arbonne. You also get your own website, so you can work your business virtually. You can run everything from your computer. You get to be a part of our team, which means that you couple with Charlotte and her upline, Erin, and myself, and all of us, and you get to work with all of our experience, and we will help you along the way. And then you get access to our simple system for success. And as long as you follow that, you can get to whatever level of this company you want. And if you are willing to put in some work, then we will couple with you and make sure that you get there. Because it is attainable for everyone, and it's just so exciting to watch people get there. So we love to kind of link arms and make sure that everyone gets everything that they need, so that they can get to the top just like everybody else. So I won't go into the details of the actual 30-day kit that you also get with the $279, but you get to do that 30-day nutrition program that I have discussed. So if you have any questions about that, you can definitely reach out to Charlotte, and I will just tell you that this nutrition program is a game changer. Like, it has changed so much for so many of us, and we are just in love with everything about it. So just sit there and ask yourself, what do you have to lose? You get that 30-day program along with all of the other, perks of being a business owner. And, what could your life look like 6 months to a year from now? Like I said, I only restarted this business a little over a year ago, and the point that where we are right now and where our team is going is just so exciting. And the amount of lives that have been changed, and my life looks completely different. It's just, I had that question of what if this could work for me when my upline kept asking me to come back. And luckily I did not just dismiss that question. It took a little bit of time, but I had my hesitations, but luckily I didn't just kind of push that down, and neither did Erin and neither did Charlotte. And we just let that kind of grow a little bit into, what could I do with this opportunity? And we hope that you take some time to think about that. And we are just so excited that you guys have jumped on to even give us a night of your summer and listen a little bit about what Arbonne could possibly do for you. If you have any questions, reach out to us, but we really just look forward to working with you in the future, and we hope to hear from you soon. So thanks so much, guys, and have a great night.